in Dannhauser, KwaZulu-Natal, says a company, Ikhwezi Mining, is currently conducting unauthorized work on their private property. They claim the company said it didn't need to get the family's consent to conduct any work, as anything underneath the land belongs to the state. Newzroom Afrika Silethiwe Ndlovu is with the family, and she joins us now live. So, Silethiwe, give us a sense of the background to the story. Let's start here. When did this work, this unauthorized work by this company, begin, and are they government affiliated?
Good afternoon, Michelle. So from the conversation that we've had with the family and community members that you can actually see behind me, we're told that it seems as if work started sometime last week. We are told that the family and the community members that we have here in KwaMdakane were not properly consulted, and also it seems as if consent was not given to actually conduct any of the work that is currently happening here. I'm just going to show you, Michelle, how vast this land is. We're told that it's actually about 500 hectares. As you can see in front of you, that is where the drilling actually started taking place sometime last week. We are told that this is not the only area where work has actually started taking place without consent being given. And those are some of the concerns that have been raised, not just by the family that we're going to bring into the conversation now, but the community members also that you can see here talking to us about how they have not been properly consulted by the mining company that is currently busy doing work on this land. But I'm just going to bring in one of the landowners to speak to us about firstly, just the issue that you are faced with here.
Thank you so much. Really, we're concerned as a family and as a community. We're concerned. We feel really disrespected that the mining company Ikhwezi came. They approached mom. They gave her a one-pager. They're saying it's a notification that they're going to do exploration, and that was it. The next day, they come with machinery and they start drilling. And obviously, the community was concerned, and they came around asking what is happening. And at that, then the community, in a way, asked them to leave. Then the very next day, then they came back together with a security company with guns so that they can protect whatever they're doing so they can continue. My mother, as well as my brother, also asked them to stop. On every day after the beginning of the week last week, and since this is the third hole, actually, that they've drilled, they've asked them every day to stop, and they haven't stopped because they said they gave us a notification and everything underground does not belong to the landowner, which we don't have a problem with. But if you are going to do something as vast as this, you have to follow the basic consultation steps. I mean, tell us what the scope is going to be. Tell us that you're actually going to bring a caravan, because, I mean, there was a caravan, there was a dog. Waste, how are you going to manage waste? Where are you going? Which pollution facilities are you using? You are doing, what are the risks? Have you done a hazards identification and risk assessment? When I drove in the other time in the evening, there was a fire here. And you can see the grass is dry. And during this time, what we really battle with are veld fires. So what happens if you start a veld fire? So all of those things.
Your family owns this land.
Correct.
I'm under the impression that if they were to actually start doing any work on the land that you own, they would at least explain who they are. Were you told specifically who they are, where they come from? Are they affiliated with the government? Was there any explanation given in terms of who they are?
All we were told is that they are a mining company. They have rights to what is underground, and that they are going to do exploration, and that was it. And we were waiting then for them to come and follow the steps of consulting. What is it that they are going to do? Who are they going to involve? The community leaders in the area don't even know what is happening.
Do you know what they are trying to find? I hear you're talking about exploration, but do you know what they are digging for at this point?
Yes, we do know. It is coal. They already have activities. If you drive, I think 15 kilometers or 10 kilometers down, they are doing work there where we also know that there are concerns from the community that side. But of course, we did not know how vast their rights are. We don't know. Of course, they didn't show us. And we are not interested. Obviously, we just want to be respected and the community around to be respected as well, so that they know what is happening around, so that they know they are not at risk. We have animals here. You see how they have left. They haven't rehabilitated. We don't know what that material is. Whether our cattle, and as you can see, our cattle, we don't know if our cattle are going to ingest this and what is going to happen. Right now, we have issues with a river that the community has reported is now red.
Who told them that they have rights to actually conduct any work on this land?
I wouldn't know.
Because Mom is standing right behind you. You've had conversations with her. I also understand that she was the only one that was at home at the time when they asked her to fill in her details on that form. But I'm trying to understand, was Mom told that she is now giving rights to them to actually conduct any work on the land?
No. And of course, the form says notification to do exploration. That is it. It's a one-pager. And all they are saying is that this is the name of the liaison officer from Ikhwezi mine. Fill in your details. We are notifying you that there is exploration that is going to happen. And obviously, for someone who has never explored anything, we have never explored anything. Can you come and tell us what it is and what the impact is going to be? How long you're going to be here? We saw people that were here for a very long time. We don't know their names. They're carrying guns. They have dogs, and they just camped here.
I think maybe just before I close the conversation, I just want to bring in a community member into the conversation. Ngoba siyezwa kuthiwa akusiyona indawo lapho ngathi umsebenzi uqalile khona la kwenzeka mhlambe nje ukukhuluma nathi ngokukhathazeka kwenu njengomphakathi.
Sikhathazekile impela la kule ndawo yethu ngoba sifuyile, sinenkomo, sinembuzi, nezimvu, sibone nje mayini simile nje iyabhora ngaphandle kwemvumo yethu. Nabaka mavimbele sihlala nabo, each everything into siyatshelana thina sonke nabaka mavimbele. Kodwa kuloku usibone nje mayini silokhuza, wasifonela umama mavimbele, wafonela umfowethu, wafonela mina ngezantsi ukuthi nayi mayini ilokhuzela, bathi banamaphepha babuya komuhle bomzinyathi. Manje sicela ukuthi siwabone lawo maphepha la ukuthi ngempela banayo imvumo ukuthi bazosebenza la, kodwa bengasitshelanga thina.
Mhlambe sengigcina nje ngawe Baba Ndlovu, mhlambe ukusicacisela iyona yodwa indawo le emphakathini lapho seqalwe khona ukuthi kuguje kwenza umsebenzi, noma ziningi indawo eseqaliwe kodwa futhi umphakathi awutsheliwe ukuthi kwenzakalani?
Le eyethu yila nangale la phayana kuphela la kule ndawo yakithi.
Kodwa kweminye imphakathi nakhona baqalile.
Angibonanga ke enye, ngeke ngikhulumele enye indawo, ngikhulumela le. Ngeke ngikhulumela indawo engingabonanga kuyo. Ngikhulumela lene engikuyo.
Siyabonga kakhulu Baba. I just want to close the conversation with you because I understand yesterday when we spoke that you did mention that this is not the only place where work has started happening. You've also had a conversation with other traditional leaders mentioning that they've been receiving complaints, a number of complaints. Just talk to me about that before we close off.
Correct. There is Induna Uchele, who I also spoke to, and two other Indunas as well who have raised the same concerns. And one of their main concerns is the river that has turned red. And I hope we're going to have an opportunity to go in and see that as well. Of course, Ubaba does not know of the other area where they are mining, but the movement of the trucks, the dust, the road, the debilitation of the infrastructure where they are right now, they're also community members that are very concerned about their activity.
Health concerns, of course.
Health concerns, as well as the well-being of the community. They animals. The grass is black because they are mining coal. The grass is black.
Thank you so much for speaking to us. Michelle, and I do hope we are actually going to move to that area where they state that the river has actually started to change color and the grass around that area has also started to change color. But this is land that is owned by the Mavimbelas here in Wamdakane. The community members, as you can see, they all state that they are not aware or they were not properly consulted by Ikhwezi Mining in terms of the work that they are doing here. But we are going to move to that location, perhaps also just to talk about the risks that are now faced by the community members that we have in this area.
Silethiwe, I'm just looking at the Ikhwezi Mining website, and they do have offices here in Midrand in Johannesburg. But according to the website, they are operating exactly where you are in KwaZulu-Natal. They operate the Kliprand Colliery and the Emoyeni coal beneficiation plant that's in Dannhauser, which of course is where you are as well. So we're going to try and get hold of Ikhwezi Mining, try and get a sense of what's going on there.